exciting that CPR Fest is returning. I think it's been, 10 or so years, and for a long time that was the biggest music festival on the coast.
I always attended CPR Fest, but it'll be mine and along with the rest of the guys first time playing it, so I think it's just the overall being there and actually being involved in the show.
I'm really excited to see Seether this year and Three Doors Down, especially Three Doors Down since they're from Biloxi, which is where we're pretty much from now.
I'm really excited to see Giovanni and the Hired Guns, Dead Poet Society, Non-Point. I've seen Seether, but I want to see them again, and my buddy Taylor in Riding with Killers, I'd like to see them.
Getting to play and hang out, I'm excited about the whole thing.
The last one I went to was in 2012, seeing Evanescence.
Countless bands, some of my favorites I've seen. Chevelle, I loved Evanescence, their drummer Will Hunt's super badass drummer.
The ones that stand out the most, probably Disturbed, Korn, and Evanescence, the main three.
Very first CPR Fest I attended was in 2005, I think about 2 months before Katrina hit the coast, and it was a wild experience, man. It's my very first one, and I got kicked out during the middle of the Seether set for crowd surfing. They got a big rule at the Coliseum about no crowd surfing, but my first time going to a big rock show, I had to show out, so I did what I wanted to do, and I just rocked out, man. Seether just brought it, so.
It means a lot for me to play CPR Fest, just because I grew up listening to CPR on the radio, to and from school, to and from work. CPR was pretty much always on the radio.
Growing up, starting on drums and playing in garage bands and listening to CPR in high school, and you listen to those bands, admiring those guys that you've seen through the past years, and it just means a lot to be able to share that same stage space as those same bands that have played before me. And I think it just shaped me to who I am. If I hadn't attended those past shows, I don't think I'd be the player I am today without that. Man, it motivated me, especially, seeing all the badass drummers that I got introduced to. It just made me want to be a better player, a better performer.
When you first start out, you're very much trying to imitate the sounds of the records that you love, the artist, the singers, the guitarist, and trying to learn other people's tricks so that you can hopefully one day incorporate it into your own vocabulary.
I tend to take note of what everybody's doing, whether that be the drummer, bass player, guitar. Just anytime watching performers do their thing, any tips, tricks I can pick up along the way is always a good thing.
Playing in bars every night, playing in front of festivals, touring with other bands, and seeing what works for them and what doesn't, and you eventually just find your voice, what works for you. And I feel like all of us individually are at that point, and I feel like it's made our collective musical language so much stronger.
With music and being a musician in general, it's never an end goal, it's always just a journey. You just keep going, just constantly walking through that field, down that road, just keep going.
Magnolia Bayou started out very standard 12-bar blues. We used to call it blues with a bite because we put a lot of energy into it. And that's still very much the cornerstone of our sound today. Obviously, you very much so hear it on songs like Preaching Blues or Sleeping in the Doghouse. But our sound has really expanded, and it really started to expand once we stopped putting ourselves in a box, not trying to write blues, but simply just what came out of us. Really what our music is just this big melting pot of southern rock, hard rock, that's all kind of cornerstone on the blues. We call it Mississippi rock and roll, and what we bring to the table with it live is just a lot of energy.
I'm anticipating getting on a bigger stage and jumping around, acting like a fool a little while, showing everybody that Magnolia Bayou's the shit for 25 minutes.
Take care of me! All the best, take care of me.
I think Magnolia Bayou will bring something very unique to this lineup. Super excited to be playing CPR Fest this year on the homegrown stage.
Is the difference in playing in front of a festival crowd and like a small bar crowd. And honestly, it really is that it's less pressure. You know, when you're in a bar or you're having a small intimate show and you can see people, they're 2 feet away from you, you can really see their reactions and how they're reacting to a song. It's intimate, it's fragile, and it's a lot of pressure. But when you're on stage in front of a huge audience and the weather's great and everyone's drinking and the crowd is huge, and there's just a lot of energy being transferred from the audience and the performer, you really just feel like you can let loose. You kind of feel like you're flying, you know?
The best thing about playing festivals is just meeting so many new people, so many new bands, just having a good time.
I'm mostly excited for the fans that have supported us from day one, that have been rooting for us and pushing us to get to this point, to share this experience with us. It's like a full circle moment. We're all really thankful that we were invited and very excited to play.
The community of fans that we have in our camp that come to our shows, it's a great feeling just because there's songs that they make sure they sing every word to, and just feeling people vibe out to our stuff. From that to our friends Abby and Maddie up in Tupelo yelling, "Fuck it up, Josh, fuck it up, Dylan." The energy that they put out, if we match it and then just keep doing this thing, it's a really cool trade-off.
Shout out to all the fans who come out here this weekend and see us play on the homegrown stage. It's gonna be a lot of fun.
I just hope we're a breath of fresh air for some rock fans. I just hope we're something that feels new or feels familiar in a way that's not like currently on rock radio. So I want people to jump on the Bayou train.
You know, they see 4 guys on stage giving nothing but their heart, soul, blood, leaving it all up there. And you know, I hope we make some new fans and people will remember the name Magnolia Bayou after that set is done.
It's always just kind of been like a goal for us to get on those stages at the Coliseum, and now we have the chance, and it's exciting.
I really hope after this year we get invited back to play CPR Fest on the main stage.
Yeah, I would love to. You know, it'd be like the pinnacle of reaching the top, so to speak, here on the coast, to be able to play that stage and headline it one day would be better. So
I don't hope to play the main stage. We will play the main stage.
I want to give a special shout out to 97.9 CPR Rocks and Kevin Harris and Jared at the Sound for having us at the festival this year. We're really looking forward to bringing it and rocking it out, and I want to thank all the fans and our supporters.
There's so many people to name, but everybody that has liked the page, anybody that's ever come to a show, thank you so much. We can't do this without y'all. Peace and love.
I'm gonna get me some religion. I'm gonna join the Baptist church. Come on. I'm gonna get me some religion. I'm gonna join the Baptist church. Thank y'all so much. We got Magnolia Bayou. And they're here to make some motherfucking noise. Let's go.
It was incredible. I'm still buzzing. It's gonna take a while to come down from it. The energy during Rooster, I felt like I was flying. I felt like we were flying together.
It was fantastic. I know Rooster wasn't necessarily our song, like we didn't write it or anything, but hearing people sing back to that song was really, like, I got goosebumps. And I know some rock and roll fans were proud of us. And
man, I feel freaking energetic, dude. We freaking brought it to the crowd. I mean, we got such great feedback. I mean, the crowd was huge. The energy was going, especially during Rooster. Oh my God, that was freaking amazing.
Oh, it was such a great show. We had a great time on stage. Made so many new people happy.
And then we end up getting a freaking encore. What the hell? So a lot of key people liked it. All the people, I think we made some new fans, and it was awesome. CPR Fest, thank you.
we got a lot of new fans and signed a lot of merch, and just had a lot of great time. So until next time, and we'll hit y'all up on the main stage. See you then.
It was a great time. Met some great new people that we just had a great time with.
And it was truly an incredible experience. Thank you guys so much. Biloxi, Mississippi, 97.9 CPR rocks. We'll never forget this day. Love you. Love you! So we got some big things coming up. Most notably, we're going to be at the Muscle Shoals Hall of Fame on May 7th with the one and only Jimmy Hall from Wet Willie. You can find more information about that on our Facebook page, times, address, ticket links. So we're really excited about that. Check that out. Also, we're going to be going on tour with a band called The Lonely Ones at the end of April. So also check out our Facebook page for all the dates, all the cities, and all the ticket links. It's going to be a good summer. Come out.